The world's finest assassin reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Oh my god. Sorry. This show is about a story of a man reincarnated from his former life of being an assassin. Obvious. He is then tasked with defeating the hero before ruin can besiege the new world. Leveraging all of his skills from his past life, right off the hop he is tasked with this impossible goal. What makes this goal so hard is the hero's OP nature and the fact that he is, albeit strong himself, very limited. But because of his previous life experience, his 40 years as this tool of destruction, he has the discipline that would almost makes him unhuman to a degree. And trying to keep away from spoilers, we watch him go through his journey of becoming stronger and stronger, being born into a family of assassins that help hone his skill. And of course, coming from our world, he has the addition of magic, unique talents and traits. This show does a lot of good things if you're into the classic zero to hero or hero to hero kind of meta. But with all that being said, I will say tread carefully. This show is interesting, but it is also a little numb. The main character is interesting because he was a former tool of an organization that was just point, kill, shoot, the end. Meaning he doesn't have a really high emotional expression. Very numb, very an assassin-like. But in that can kind of feel at times unhuman, or you're craving something that's different, some sort of different change of pace. When his reaction is, I have a solution for this. This is what we'll do. It's a little soulless at times, but that is helped by the cast. You know, classic isekai things, harem be everywhere. But even that part is quite charming, seeing different instances of how he's going to help these side characters that I don't want to spoil. This is a show ripe with good ideas. Cool ideas of magic, scaling, and how the world's rules give difficulty and frustration at times to the main character. But unlike other isekais in its genre, he always handles it calm, cool, and collected, which is both its greatest strength and a little bit of its weakness, because the main character is a little bit soulless, doesn't have much of a reaction. He was an assassin and a tool of war, so he's not necessarily the most charismatic individual. A little bit manipulative, but that's about it. Also, this is not necessarily the most funny, goofy, playful kind of anime. It airs more on the idea of seriousness and kind of morbid curiosity to some things. For instance, by the way, I would always like to point this out, this is a show that does have a point that gets incredibly, incredibly dark. If you don't like things like assault, children being in very horrible states, this is a show that bear careful with treading in its wake, I guess. You get a little bent. It's kind of rough in that regard. Granted, it kind of goes by fast and you can always skip that episode, but yeah. But then there begs the question, who is the show for? Well, I think if you like the isekai genre and you've seen it to death, and you want to see a character that can hold his own, is not overly cocky, and prepares like a motherfucker, then this show is for you. If you also like the darker sides of things, then the show also takes care of you. And because of this show's rampant success, I think it's probably high likelihood that it will get a season 2. So invest now, the stocks are high. Also, I believe it has plenty of source material to cover. So again, high probability that we'll get a season 2, although I don't know when that will be. And lastly, I think if you're the kind of person that likes isekais, but also loves ideas, loves cool, interesting premises, worlds with interesting rules and how to leverage those rules, this show has you taken care of in spades. Alas, I don't want to spoil anything more for you, but if you're interested in isekais, if you're interested in cool premises and interesting ideas, I think this show will take care of you. Thank you kindly for your time. Hopefully enjoy the rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I hope I can see more of you. Thank you kindly, and goodbye.